Hello, everyone. Good evening. It's a pleasure to have you join us today. I am Shruti, mentor and MBA admission consultant at GOALisB. I am an alumnus of ISB and the Stanford Graduate School of Business. Our focus area for these series of interactions over the last few months has been to help you interface with the MBA programs and admissions teams. And today in the same series, we have Professor M. Geetha. She is the chairperson of the IIM Kozhikode PGP BL program, and Mr. Chandrajith from the PGP BL office from IIM Kozhikode. And we have them here for a Q&A session for the upcoming deadline, as well as any other questions that you have regarding the program and the admissions process. Please feel free to ask your questions. And with this, ma'am, I'll hand it over to you and please tell us about the program.
Thank you, Shruti, for your wonderful introduction. Good evening and a very, very warm welcome to all the participants of this webinar on PGPBL admissions at IIM Kozhikode. I'm Geetha. I'm a professor in marketing area and I also chair IIM Kozhikode. I, along with Mr. Chandrajith, who is the administrative officer in the PGPBL office at IIM Kozhikode, will take you through a short narrative of what this institute is, what this program is, what is in store for you if you join us, what is campus life. So, a very, very brief narrative of what is set for you if you get admitted in our institute. So before we get started with our what to say introduction to the program and to that of the structure, so we'll play a very short video which gives you a glimpse of what life is in campus life of IIM Kozhikode. So request all of you to watch the video and after which I will describe about the program. So request Mr. Chandrajit to play the video for the audience.
And in the meantime, ma'am, I have a question. So there is India has had 2 year MBA programs since so long, and now we have 1 year MBA programs coming in. So how, as a professor, how do you see, the shift, and what are the differences in the audience, in the kind of deliveries that these programs have?
So, thank you, Shruti. A wonderful question as to what exactly is the difference between 1 year and 2 year program, the nature of the audience, the program delivery structure. So, fundamentally, if you look at the 1 year program like that of us, right, so it is having a kind of audience which have experienced graduate, right, so with relevant experience who are in a pursuit of taking their career forward. So, in this class, which has rich experience, expertise, and knowledge, the classroom discussion, the classroom delivery, the intense discussion that goes on are very, very different. It's of a different level. So basically, if you take a 2 year program, predominantly we do have experienced graduates there and also a mix of freshers there. So the program delivery there is spread over a consider like 2 year period. So there again, the fundamental audience difference is there, and hence the difference in the learning outcome, the learning objective, and ultimately the experience also matters. So these are two different things with two different learning outcomes. So this is a basic comparison of it. So that's about it.
Yes. Uh,
Yeah.
Chandra,
Yes, we are just
Thank you, Chandrajit. This is basically to give you a glimpse of what is in store for you if you join the program. So, this video predominantly dealt with that of the campus life. So, let me briefly take you through the institute, the program structure, the admission process. So, this will be the sequence in which I'll be narrating the entire webinar for you. So, if you look at the institute, so our institute is 27 years young, and you all know we are ranked in global rankings as well as NIRF. In NIRF, we are number 3. So the campus is located in Kozhikode, which is in the northern part of Kerala. The campus is the most beautiful campus. So the campus is set, the institute is set on two hillocks, a oxy-rich campus. So it is a beauty on its own, and I welcome all of you to enjoy the campus. So coming on to what the institute offers. Of course, I'll take you through PGP BL also. Other than that, our institute is on high growth trajectory, and it has 8 programs. So we have 4 full-time postgraduate programs, 2 executive MBAs, which are for working professionals, and 2 PhD programs. So, of course, I'll be taking you through PGPBL, for which I'm here to explain the process other than PGPBL. So, this is for people with experience. There is a flagship postgraduate program in management. Other than that, there is also PGP LSM. So LSM is Liberal Studies in Management, and our institute is one of the early entrants into the space to offer a program tailor-made for liberal studies. And we also have PGP Finance, which specializes in finance. These are all 4 full-time residential postgraduate programs that are offered by the institute. Other than that, we also offer executive MBAs for working professionals. So one is offered by our satellite campus in Kochi. We have a campus in Kochi. Kochi campus offers executive MBAs for the working professionals, and we also have executive MBA program on interactive learning platform, which we call it as IL. So this IL, we were the pioneers way back in early 2000s to create this kind of a platform to deliver management courses. And other than the postgraduate programs which I explained, we also have PhD programs. One PhD program which is full time, and the other one is part time, which is for working professionals. So this is basically the 8 programs offered by the institute. Other than that, institute is extensively involved in training executives. We are actively involved in training executives across India and abroad as well. So to cater to the training needs of our executives, we offer executive management development programs. These management programs are basically open MDP programs as well as MDPs, which are tailor made for specific companies. And other than that, we are into EMDPs, executive management development programs, which are synchronous in nature and also asynchronous. So the institute is actively involved in training management professionals and also in cutting edge research. So this is basically about the institute, the programs offered by the institute. So when you come to the institute, you're there mingling with people from different programs. Coming to what this PGP BL is. So this program is a business leadership program, so which is exclusively for experienced graduates with relevant work experience. So the objective of this is to put these individuals with experience and also expertise and make them go through a rigorous academic program. So the rigor in the delivery will transform them into industry ready managers on a platter. So with that objective, we started this business leadership program, which is very well received by the industry. So our alumni stand as a testimony for our program, though we are very, very young. So we are well received in the industry and our success story, right? So scripts are there for you to read all over. And if you look at what this program is, how long this program is, and what will you do over a period of 1 year, so let me give you a breakup of the entire program. As I told you at the start, this is a 1 year fully residential program. And the program starts in the month of April. So in the first week of April, the registration for the program starts. And for the first 2 weeks, you will be on a orientation module. So the orientation module is to bring people from diverse background. So we have two sections of PGPBL. So those people will go through the entire orientation session spread across 2 weeks to understand the nuances of fundamentals of management and then bring them to the level in which the foundation courses can start. So after 2 weeks of orientation, you will be into your term one. This entire 1 year program is divided into 5 terms. So each term will last somewhere between 8 to 9 weeks, including your examination. So the program starts sometime in the first term starts in the second week of April. Term 1 and term 2 precisely focuses on bringing those experienced graduates to understanding the fundamentals of management, the various functional areas of the management. So, after 2 terms of foundation courses, so of course the terms are going to be rigorous. Rigorous in terms of academic curriculum, delivery, expectation, but at the same time, it gives you room for reflection and enjoying the experience. And after 2 terms of foundational course, you will embark on term 3 and term 4, which is basically to get into the area where you would like to. So, those 2 terms will contain courses which are mandatory for everyone enrolled in the program. So, in the next 2 terms, 3 and 4, the students are given choices to choose electives to specialize in the stream that they want. Various areas of the institute offers electives. So we have a wide range of electives offered to the students. So the students, depending upon their interest, experience, expertise, and also based on the trends in the industry, can choose their electives. So term 3 and term 4 will shape your expertise in a chosen area. And at the end of term 3, so the institute has agreement with international partners, and we will make you go through the international immersion module. So this international immersion module is going to a school, business school abroad. It's predominantly an European school where we have MOU, and then immerse yourself for 2 weeks there in the foreign universities. So during your stay for through 2 weeks there, you're expected to complete 2 courses. The range of credits could be anywhere between 2 and 4. Alongside with the course delivery, so the component also exposes you to a global context, the cross cultural environment, and also experiential learning in the foreign soil. So, post that, after term 3, before term 4, the students will embark on their international immersion, and after they return to our country, they will be in term 4. As I told you, you'll be in to your elective during that particular time. And after term 4, there is term 5. So, term 5 basically is to integrate what all you have learned over the 4 terms. As I told you, first 2 terms is to strengthen your foundational dimension, and then the second 2 terms is to help you gain expertise in your area which you want to specialize. So, this term will integrate all your learnings, and then the term also consists of venturing lab, which helps you in your entrepreneurial pursuits. In between this, along with the other courses, you will also have a module on industry study, which will help you gain in depth understanding about an industry which you choose to study from. So, over a period of 1 year, you are expected to accumulate 80 credits or 800 hours of contact courses. And as I told you, term 1 and 2 has foundational course, and 3 and 4 has electives. So the institute also allows you to have course of independent study during term 3 and term 4. So wherein you can choose a topic of interest, associate with any of our faculty members and do a course of independent study. That again is permissible during term 3 and term 4. And alongside, right, so as I told you, you're expected to get 80 credits over a period of 1 year during your program. Other than crediting the course, we also have a mechanism called auditing the course. So you can sit through the course and audit the course. So this is based on your interest and your ability to add one more course. You can choose a course to audit. So there is enough amount of flexibility within the program structure to create a bouquet of courses and help you specialize where you want to. So this is basically about the course, and as I told you in any business school, so this 80 credits and 800 hours of contact class is only the contact class. For every 1 hour of contact class, the expected preparation from a student is anywhere between 2 to 3 hours. So the amount of time invested outside the class is also equally important to enrich your learning outcome and also to enjoy the process of learning. At the end of it, the experience, the outcome also matters. It is not the outcome alone, the journey is also important for you. So, our curriculum is very intensive, and the pedagogy that we use is also very, very diverse. It depends upon the course. It ranges from, right? So case study to simulations to projects to immersive field studies to that of in-class activities, out-of-class activities, lot and lot of various types of pedagogy that you will be exposed to. And these are basically tools to enhance the learning outcome and the learning experience for you. And post that, right? So once you have completed your course terms over a period of 1 year, right? So sometime around the end of March is when your third week or the second week is when the program will get over and you will graduate in April. And this is pretty much about the program structure, the way in which the course delivery is done, what is the program objective, how the courses are likely to be, and then what exactly is the program outcome. So these are all what I was talking about was predominantly in-class experiences. And then other than that, the institute offers a range of campus activities. So as you saw in the video, right? So our campus is vibrant. So it never sleeps. It's active 24/7, 365 days. The campus is very quiet, but everywhere it is filled with life. So the campus has a lot of student driven activities. So you can become a part of all these student driven activities and enhance your learning experience by contributing to all these student circles and committees. That will also enhance you as a person. So this program basically, as I told you, is to transform you from a experienced graduate. with relevant experience into that of what the industry wants. So when you go out, you're on a platter available for the industry on leadership roles. So the entire process is to make you undergo that transformation. And if you look at other than what academics offer to you, right? So this institute boasts itself of the best of the infrastructure facilities that is available, whether it is sports or whether it is the residential facility there, you are in for one of the best. And this program is fully residential, and you are required to stay on campus. So on campus, we will provide you with sharing hostels which has to be shared with somebody. And this, as I told you, the campus life is very, very vibrant. And there is no dearth of facilities in the campus. The only thing is that you should have the inclination and the time to use those facilities that are available. So anything and everything that you expect. So the community is self-sufficient, the campus is self-sufficient for you to stay there for 1 year. And the campus life is also rich. So this is pretty much about the program structure, the program design, delivery, learning experience, learning outcome, campus life, the learning experience. And I now request Chandra, before that, the important aspect of the program, that is placements. Placement is a student driven initiative, and the institute will facilitate the process. And if you want any details regarding placements, it is there available on our website. You can check about the website. So now I request our administrative officer, Mr. Chandrajith, to give you a brief narrative of the entire admission cycle. So ours is an admission cycle. We have three different stages of this admission cycle. So he will brief you about the deadlines, the requisites, and the outcome of the admission. Please go ahead, Mr. Chandrajith.
Thank you, Professor Geetha. Thank you, Shruti, and good evening, all the participants. As you already understood from Professor Geetha's statements, that the application process is a three-phased process for the PGP BL. And each phase has two stages. One is the admission process and the application process, and the other one, next one, is the submission of additional personal statement. I believe many of you might already have gone through our website and understood the application process. Uh, our application process had started in the month of May. The first phase started in the month during May and lasted till end of July, and the interviews were conducted. The second phase is currently open, and the last date for submission of the application is 31st June 2020. And the interaction, personal interactions with all are scheduled during the 1st of October. Similarly, the third phase opens on 1st September and lasts till 20th November. And interviews might be held during the second week of December. Now, to understand about the eligibility of the for the program, we invite applications from candidates who have a graduation or a post graduation having at least 50 percentage marks or having a CA qualification. In addition to that, we request for candidates having minimum of 3 years relevant work experience after the completion of graduation or the CA qualification. And final thing, valid CAT, GRE or CAT score of last 3 years. This is what we require from a candidate. And many of you might have already gone through a website wherein we have listed all the requirements here. After the personal interactions are done, a shortlist process takes place. That happens from the admissions office, and then the offers are made to the candidates. These offers are communicated to the candidates by way of email and SMSs. The candidates can log into the portal that is communicated by way of email, log in, check their status, and exercise their options of accepting offer, rejecting offer, or and payment of advances, and then proceed towards registration also. Now, after the completion of all the three phases, our registration for the program is going to 1st November. And during that, before that registration, entire fees has to be paid. All these processes are available in our website. In case anyone of you would like to know more, we are always a call or an email away. Thank you.
Thank,
Thank you.
uh, thank you, Professor, and thank you, Mr. Chandrajit, for the information. And we have so many questions waiting for you.
Yeah.
So I'll take up the questions now. So Trisha is asking that can PGPBL students take up the PGP courses? Is there an inter transferability of that sort, ma'am?
Yeah, see, PGP BL students' academic calendar is different from that of the PGP students. So technically, there is no possibility of you sharing courses with them because of the inherent calendar differences. So the answer to that question is that you may not be in a position given the structural aspect of the program.
It's not feasible.
It's not feasible. It's
Right.
not
So
feasible.
are there any intersection sports or cultural competitions? So this is about the on-campus experience. So
Yeah.
are PGPBL students allowed to participate on these competitions and
So if
sports
Vedant
events?
had watched the video at the start of it, he would not have given these questions. So PGPBL has vibrant campus life. So sports or culturals or any events, right? So it is open for PGPBL students. They take active participation in that also.
I think this is a question related to the admissions process. So Kunal has the GMAT score, but he has not completed the application form and probably it's getting late with the round two applications. So is round two better or round three? That is the question, I think.
Yeah, Chandra, if you could answer him.
Yes, sure. Hi, Kunal. If you already have a score, we would recommend that you submit the application and proceed with the complete application and then the personal interaction as well. So, as far as the process is concerned, we don't really have a difference in applying for round two or round three. It's all the same. Thank you.
Okay.
So we urge you to complete it in round two. That is our answer.
Should try and do it in round two itself. Why take it to round three? And is there a GMAT cutoff or average for the previous cohorts that you would like to share?
Chandra?
Hi Vivek. This is a very common question that we always have. We don't really look into a cutoff or an average as such.
It is a
The
multi-stage
entirety of the
process,
application is looked
right?
into.
Our admission is not on a cutoff
Yes.
of a basic exam, right? So once we have a personal interaction, we have an alternate CV. So it is not one exam alone that's going to determine your entry into the program.
I have given the GRE and the official score is awaited. I expect to get it before the application day. But if I do not get it, can I submit the application with the unofficial score and submit the official score later on? So I think he has the unofficial score as of now. The official score, in case
Okay.
it doesn't come on time till the deadline, that is the question. So can he submit the application with the unofficial score?
Okay, Saumil, what I understand from your question is that you have a unofficial score report that is generated from the GRE ETS website. If that is the case, currently you can definitely go ahead and submit your application. But in any case, in case you advance to the later stages, before registration, the official score report must reach the PGPBL office through the official sources. That is ETS in your case. For GRE scores, ETS is the nodal point. So in case you have the score,
And
please
sir,
go ahead. No problem. Yeah.
and
So
as we see that the GMAT and the GRE are not the only thing, so we have a point of question over here that what are the things that the school looks for in a selected applicant versus somebody who's not selected to the course? What are the aspects which are important when a submission is coming to you?
Yeah, the institute looks for the match between the person and the program. So that is an overarching fit that we look out for. Is the person fit for the program? So this fit is now tested in the case of your eligibility scores and that of your personal interaction. So once you're shortlisted and called for an interview, the interview committee will understand the candidate's ability, suitability for the program. So there, this is a very elaborate interview where the panel is going to analyze the fit between the persons and that of the program profile. So there they will be quizzed about their previous experience, their expertise, knowledge. What is it that they expect from the program? Is their expectations aligning with that of the program delivery? This is an important criteria. And alongside, they are also assessed on an alternative CV wherein what is the person whom we are talking to other than what is given in the normal CV. So that also is one of the key criteria in assessing the candidate's fit for the program. So our measure or our selection of a candidate for the program is based on different different components, and we are never led by one component alone. It's basically a composite of many things, predominantly these three.
Yes. And ma'am, further to this question is another query that is often asked is there a preferred age group or is there a preferred range of work experience for the program? So who should not apply? Is 9 years, 10 years? Should I apply to the program if I have that
So that
experience?
I cannot say that you're not supposed to apply. Ideally, if you look at the profile of the students that we have, so the average experience hovers around 5.5, less than 6. So the class on an average is between 5 to 6 years. And basically, this is a profile of the class that we have. And we have now what to say students from diverse sectors, from consulting to automotive to services to that of religious organization to that of even government organizations. So this is a mix of it. So technically, I would not dissuade anybody saying that you're not eligible for the program, but I leave it for you to decide upon. But this is what is the composition of the students and the mix of the students. So 5 to 6 years is the average experience of the cohort.
And so Vivek has a question. Is PGPBL suitable for people from early stage startups?
Yeah, Vivek, there were a couple of students who were having their startups, who were entrepreneurs on their own. They had gone through this program and it was immensely beneficial for them. So we have a couple of courses which are exclusively for entrepreneurs, right? So you can also work with IMK Live, which is exclusively to help startups. So there is a vibrant ecosystem to support you and help you with it if you intend joining us.
And Arman is asking if work experience gained prior to graduation is counted as valid work experience for the
Like
application.
work experience post graduation is what we look for. So if you look at these experiences gained prior to work experience, our general what to say experience with the candidate is predominantly internships during their graduation or during their school or over the period of their education. So which we will ideally not look at.
Right.
Does the
And
school have
any collaborations for education loans?
yeah, you can avail education loans from all the banks, right? So if you apply, if you get an admission offer letter, and all the banks will sanction loan for you, and whatever is required from us, documents required from us, we will give to help you get the loan.
Right. Aditya had a question about higher work experience. I think, Aditya, we've already discussed this part of the
Yeah.
query. And
So higher work
yeah,
experience, we also have people with what to say a relatively longer experience. There is no denial of the fact that that is a deterrent. So we welcome students across different experiences, but if you want to know but what is the cohort experience, this is 5 to 6 years is the experience of our cohort.
So then it is for you to decide. If you feel that you will gain from the cohort and you will have enough to contribute
Yeah.
to the cohort, then you can definitely apply. So
Decide. So it is
that's
the
the
individual
flexibility
decision.
that you have.
Like what Shruti says, you have to make a choice. So I have given you a general profile for you to help in your informed decision making. Anyways, nobody can decide for the other person, so can only give you the necessary inputs for you to decide, and the choice is yours.
Mehak
So
has a question about the batch profile. So only 5% of the batch belongs to the PSU or the government sector. Is the institute inclined more towards the private sector candidates?
there is no institute's inclination. So those who clear our selection process will gain entry. So when they clear our exam, what to say, within when they gain entry, when they get the profile, this is what we get. So we are not inclined towards X or Y. So that is my. Yeah. Is there any limit for the batch size? The current batch size so is 61. So there is, yeah, not that of a limit. So this average, the section, each section will have roughly 30 to 35 students.
A lot of people also apply through the CAT scores. So, in case of people who are applying to the CAT scores, are there any limits or suggested range of scores which form a part of the cohort? So, would you suggest anything on that?
Chandra,
Is there a cutoff for the CAT scores, or maybe a percentile, something that is taken into account?
Okay. So what I understand is similarly for the admissions itself, whether any cutoffs are looked into, right? No, the answer is the same.
Yes.
CAT, GRE, and GMAT, we all follow the same yardstick for all the three entry schools.
no,
This is again
Somal,
about the admissions process. So, is there any fixed weightage to the component?
that varies from time to time, from batch to batch. So we give equal weightage to more or less equal weightage to all the components. There is not like an undue weightage for one component as such. So the weightage is more or less equal for all the components.
And ma'am, given your experience of taking up people from the 2 year course as well as people from the 1 year course, what do you say that should be the expectations when somebody is coming to a 1 year MBA? So what should be their set of expectations from a 1 year MBA vis-a-vis which would be probably different from somebody who's coming for a 2 year MBA course?
So if you look at the classroom experience, learning experience, so when we go to a classroom, 1 year PGP classroom, BL classroom, so we find intense discussion, right? So which is based out of their experience and they connect with what we deal in the class. So the discussion is more incisive, rich, and the takeaways are also, and people in 1 year program are more focused, more serious about the learning outcomes and also about the learning experience. So it is a joy to teach there and it is a joy to be in this 1 year classroom. So 2 year classroom again is a different kind of an experience. So there we have a mix of people. So we have people with experience, without experience. So the way in which the course delivery, the course outcome, the course experience happens is little different. But these are two things, right? So we cannot compare 2 year program with 1 year program, which is far more rigorous, far more intensive, and the kind of people, the students who come also make the difference. So I suggest the classroom is much more charged in the case of a 1 year program, given that the stakes are very, very high here.
And ma'am, you mentioned earlier that there is an option to audit a course. So how does that work? So that's a very
See,
interesting option.
interesting option. See, basically, you have to get 80 credits for graduating from this particular program. Say, for example, a student wants to specialize in marketing and he has exhausted his 16 credits or 18 credits for a particular term in a marketing course and he would like to sit for another finance course for which he does not, his credit limit does not permit him to sit for. So in that case, a student can audit the course. So when you're auditing the course, you will not get a grade. The difference between audit and credit course is that you have to undergo the same rigor, you have to go through the same course evaluation methodology. But instead of a grade given to you, you will be the grades like you will get a pass or fail in the course, and it will be declared as an audit course, not as a credit course, which is not also added to your final grade, or what to say, CGPA count.
But you can get the learning and the
You get
experience.
the learning, right? So you are allowed to audit one course during your term. So why it is one course is because, as I told you, this 1 year program is intensely packed. There is hardly any bandwidth for you to go beyond that one credit course. As I told you, each term is only for 4 weeks. During the 4 weeks, you have to complete 16 to 18 credits. So roughly 180 hours of in-class contact hours, and then double that of the out-of-class hours. And after that, you have in-campus activities also that's coming up. You have to prepare for your placements. You have to prepare for your immersions. So it's so much in store, right? So you have very little leeway, which gives you time to audit a course of your choice, which you want to.
Yes, I do see that one course a term is a lot of options.
Yeah, it's 8 weeks, and then within 8 weeks, you'll have at least 5 to 6 courses to complete.
Right. And another question on the test course
GMAT.
acceptance for the program. So the GMAT at home, and I'll take it one step further, the GMAT Focus Edition and the GRE, the shorter version which is coming up. So what all are the acceptable versions for the admissions process?
Chandra?
Yeah, hi Tushar. As of now, we are not accepting the home GMAT scores. And as Shruti also has mentioned about focus edition, correct. At least for this batch, we are not accepting focus edition scores because, as we understand, the focus editions are most probably starting only in November. November 15th is what we understand when the focus edition will actually start. And as we all know that this focus edition might replace the current GMAT versions testing patterns, and the focus edition will become the actual GMAT. At that time, we might start accepting, but as of now, we don't have provision to accept focus edition. We are not.
And the online GMAT scores are also not acceptable.
Online GMAT scores we will accept, but this home GMAT scores might not be on because online scores might be from a center where which would be proctored now.
It is proctored, yes.
Yes.
When for startup founders, who can be the best referrers?
That referee is your choice. So the institute, the school cannot give you an answer for who can act as your referee. So you can.
But I think they are looking for options because they don't have a direct, they are not reporting to somebody directly. So I think that is
Yeah,
where the
that's
question
fine.
is
But
coming from.
they should be having mentors. They should be saying in your graduation, you must have had your faculty mentors or faculties, right? So in your startup, in your ecosystem, right? So you must be working with someone. So these are all the options that are available. But then we usually don't guide students on who could act as your referee. You're the best judge to tell us as to whom we should approach to get reference for you.
Yes. And Nitin has a question: is team leadership experience gained in engineering, procurement, EPC sector basically, and the oil and gas industry in Africa? Is it valued for the admissions process? So I think he has this experience and he wants to know whether this will be relevant for the application process. Is this experience acceptable?
Is this your after graduation experience? It's uh, then Chandra is a better person to kind of dwell on it.
Yeah, I'll take this. Hi, Nitin. So as far as the eligibility for the program is concerned, this leadership experience is always considered, and as Professor also has suggested that this experience should be after the qualification you possess, be it a graduation or a certificate. So if the experience after your
Be formal also. It
graduation,
should be formal.
certainly for the application process, this. It should be a formal work experience. That's good.
So if Nitin, so if this is your work experience after you have completed your graduation, and if it is in an international location, that is
Yeah,
no
that's
blocker at all.
great.
It's extremely
Geography is
welcome.
not
Yeah.
a deterrent, right? So if it is post your graduation and it is a part of your job, we welcome any kind of experience because you're going to bring a new dimension to the class, you're going to bring a new dimension to the learning outcomes. So we welcome people with cross-border experience. We in fact look for candidates with such experience.
There's one more question, ma'am, in case you would like to take it up. Why is the batch size so small when compared to other IIMs or ISB?
Yeah, so I cannot comment about other IIMs and ISB, but we are deliberately keeping it low to give the best of the learning experience and learning outcomes. So even the 60-65 is divided into two sections. So our focus is basically to give the best focused learning experience that can emerge only in a small size, the intense discussion, the class participation, and the joy of learning emerges if the group size is smaller. So we have kept it, but I don't have comments on other IMs or other institutes.
Yes. Right. Thank you, ma'am. Are there any other questions? Please feel free to put them up, or you could also reach out to the admissions team, Chandrajit sir, and they would be happy to take up your questions. You can get in touch with us. We can do some profile evaluations and see if there's anything that we can address for you. And the next deadline is 31st of August, so rush in with your applications.
Yeah.
And
So 31st August is the last date for the stage two of our admission, like phase two of our admission. So bear this deadline also in mind.
yes. And thank you, Chandraji sir. Thank you, Professor, for taking out the time, solving our queries, and addressing so many questions in such a short span of time. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being able to.
Thank you, Shruti. Thank you. It is a joy to always have a webinar with ISB. Right. So thank you so much for your warmth, love, and your narrative style. So thank you so much. Thank you for all the audience on a working day. They have come home early and then they have joined the webinar, asked questions, and clarified their doubts. So thank you so much for taking time off. Thank you, Mr. Chandrajit, for assisting queries on admission. So Chandrajit is the backbone of our DL office. So any queries regarding admission, you can always reach out to him. So thank you so much, and then looking forward to see you all in our institute. Bye. See you.
Good night.
Thank you.